Is Carey Price feeling okay? Because it seems like as he goes, this team will go, and he has carried a lot of the weight over the last little while.
Yeah, I think he's definitely feeling good. In fact, speaking to him last week, he said he's feeling the best he's felt all season. You know, you go back to November, he started playing with an injury, had to play through it through Christmas, through January. You wonder how much he had healed up over that time. He was playing back-to-back. He got a bit of rest in between, but they've had to ride him down the stretch. Anthony Niemi hadn't been reliable for a little bit of time. The Canadiens clearly made a decision. They're going to make the playoffs here. They can't afford to give away points on a backup goalie that's not getting the job done. So it's Carey Price from here on out. He started the last sequence of back-to-back games. His play certainly indicates that he's feeling good, and I got to think there's a confidence level there, not only from him personally, but the team in him, the way he's backstopped them. They give them the confidence. He gives them the confidence to play the style of game that they want to play.
Eric Engels joining us live from the Bell Center, Dion Bibeau on keyboard. Eric, Jonathan Drouin has not been a plus in any game this month. That is one of his many issues. He seemed a little agitated after the morning skate today. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say, and I think he's agitated with having to answer the questions every day about a slump that's seen him produce only 3 points in his last 18 games. This is a guy that has elite talent. He's got to help himself out. He's got to be the driving force on a line currently with Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Yoel Armia. Whether or not he's short-shifted, he still has to show up and bring that effort that you see from guys like Gallagher, like Tatar. That's how you work your way out of a slump. And I think Claude Julien has challenged him personally. I think they've had discussions. Claude Julien saying he's got to find a way to get him the ice time that he wants, but Jonathan Drouin has to do his part to earn it. And I think you see on the back check at times, it's not necessarily there. I think you see going forward, making simple plays, that's the best recipe instead of throwing away the puck at the offensive blue line. He has to play a simple, smart, hard game, but more than anything, he has to take charge on that line. He's playing with an 18-year-old and a guy who's not necessarily known for his production, but is a good puck protector, good puck skills. He can be a difference maker for this team. He has been this year. People need to remember that this is a career year for him. He's upwards of close to that 54-point mark, and as soon as he can turn it around, he can make a big difference for this Canadiens team that desperately needs him.
So instead of living on a prayer, he needs to live on hard work. That's what you're saying about Jonathan Drouin, and I think that's what Claude Julien said. Hey, listen, before we let you go, because you could argue that you're right, this is the career high. He's gotten a lot out of Jonathan Drouin. He's gotten a lot out of Max Domi. He's gotten a lot out of Thomas Tatar, a lot of the trades that Marc Bergevin has made, and yet here we are fighting tooth and nail to make the playoffs. Has this season, and I know we don't have a ton of time here, but can Marc Bergevin look at this season as a success, even though he also has 2 aging superstars?
Yeah, I think he'll look at it as a success if they make the playoffs. They've been there all the way through. To let it go at this point would obviously be a disappointment. It was a stated goal from the beginning of the year. They were going to focus more on the future, but they had every intention to make the playoffs, and they've been there wire to wire, only out of a spot for 20-odd days throughout the season. You look at the end of their schedule here. They've got some big teams to play against: Winnipeg, Columbus, Tampa Bay, Washington, Toronto. Those are tough teams to finish things out with. We're going to find out what this team is about. They've surprised us all year. They've got to come up with some more surprises down the stretch here.